I cannot believe this is happening, you guys. The right people have come together, and this will be a trip to remember. Welcome to an exciting episode of Fish and Fly with Gus. My name is Joel. You can call me Gus. And this is our adventure. Welcome back to the channel, my friends. This is episode 3 of my Montana Wilderness Adventure series. I've got some really exciting, game-changing updates I'll share with you shortly. But first, let's talk a little bit about that backpack I mentioned last episode. Well, good afternoon. I am so excited. I am on my way to Tulalip Casino.
Take exit 200 onto 88th Street Northeast
to meet a gentleman by the name of Charles. And Charles is selling a very lightly used REI internal frame backpack for $70. Looks like it's in really good condition. So I'm gonna try the backpack on. If it fits, I'm buying it. As you can see, I got it done. Lots of room. It's in great shape. It's an Arc'teryx brand backpack, which is a great brand. Gonna be testing it out this week to make sure that it works properly. Just a rule of thumb for you guys, you never want to assume your equipment works without testing it out first to make sure. That's important. Just as a bonus, where I happened to pick up the backpack from Charles, the gentleman who sold it to me, I happened to be in the parking lot adjacent to a Cabela's. So naturally, I had to stop in and take a look around. I'm in the market for some dry flies and nymphs for cutthroat trout, so I had to pick up a few flies while I was at it. Those of you who don't know a whole lot about fly fishing, I am so thrilled to introduce you. It's an incredible sport, if you haven't figured that out already. These ones up here on the top left are intended to stay on the surface of the water. We call these dry flies. See these couple on the right here are obviously imitating a grasshopper looking insect. And these ones here on the bottom could look like probably a caddisfly, which is an aquatic insect that trout often feed upon. This one up top is one of my personal favorites. It's called a chubby Chernobyl. It's intended to imitate all sorts of things. If a fly is at a dead drift, it's floating naturally with wherever the current may take it. Flies like these might be stripped. When we say stripped, we mean we're going to be putting a little bit of drag, a little bit of force on these flies so that there's some motion. So these flies look like they're something alive underwater that's moving around, and that may elicit a strike from a trout. Even better, I called around to some fly shops that are local to the South Fork of the Flathead River, got a hold of Josh with True Water Fly Shop in Kalispell, Montana.
Hello, this is Josh.
Hi Josh, this is Joel. How's it going?
Good, how are you, man?
Doing well. I'm excited for some fly fishing.
There you go. That's always a good thing to be excited about.
Josh put together a custom fly box specific for this trip. I wanted 50 flies, dry flies and nymphs. He hooked me up with some fly floatant, some leaders, and the specific fly line called the Big Nasty, which is a sink tip fly line, which I'll be using to target those bull trout. Thank you, Josh from True Water Fly. You were awesome. Speaking of equipment, I just sold a car back in Phoenix this last week with a little help from my awesome friend Daniel. He took some time to show the buyers the car. I kicked him a little thank you gift, and this frees up some cash, which I'll use to purchase some much needed equipment for this upcoming backpacking trip. You know, I've been long overdue for a professional video camera for this channel for a while now. I even got in a little bit of fishing over these last couple weeks. However, this weather has been atrocious. It's been raining. Some of these rainstorms have been torrential. It's been soaking wet out there. So my fishing attempts have been mediocre at best. It's fair to say that I've basically been fishing in chocolate milk. Check this out. Even still, my persistence has paid off. I've managed to net a few small native cutthroat and rainbow. Albeit they're so small, check out the orange fins on this gorgeous Cutthroat trout. This thing is absolutely one of the most beautiful trout I've caught in a while. And like they say, even the worst day fishing is better than the best day of work, right? Wild rainbow hit the woolly bugger, maybe 7 inches long. It's something. Hey. So back to health and nutrition. As I mentioned last video, I'm going to be putting in a good body of work, no pun intended, on trying to get in shape. Looking at the maps and doing the logistical planning for this trip, it's going to be roughly 80 miles in over 14 days, 13 nights. So I've also been doing a number of push-ups, about 25 push-ups a day. Maybe that's not a lot, but hey, it's better than nothing. Got to stay in the routine and the pattern of continually exercising and working out daily. Between the fishing I've been doing and a little bit of hiking, I feel like I'm probably in 70-80% of my kind of optimal self. There are now 18 days and counting for the longest backpacking trip of my life. So getting geared up, getting in shape, trying to get healthy, get out there and prepare and practice and plan for success. That is the key to wilderness survival and an enjoyable experience in the bush. Among other things I'm bringing along with me for food, stopped at the local strawberry patch last night, picked up about a dozen pounds of fresh local strawberries. Thank you so much to Esther for helping me prepare and process the strawberries for the dehydrator. You want a light backpack. You don't want to carry any unnecessary weight. I can get water out in the bush. I don't need to carry water in my strawberries and bananas. Plug this baby in, and you can hear the motor turning. Alrighty, this is the best part of the video update today. I feel so blessed and honored to have confirmed not only one, but two incredible brothers who have decided and confirmed to join me on my backcountry wilderness Montana adventure. Wow, up until recently, I was undecided on whether or not this was going to be a solo adventure or whether I was going to have company on this trip. So this is such great news. So in the unfortunate event that a hostile hungry bear decides to go after us, I won't be the slowest man out there. Yes. But all joking aside, to me, life is all about making friends, creating memories, and sharing adventures. So the first man coming along with me on this adventure, Mr. Dominic McKenzie. I introduced you to Dominic last episode. Dominic, we are about to put your streamer flies to the test. I am so excited you're joining me. I feel like Dominic and I will be partnering up together on many adventures to come. So this is an incredible blessing and asset to my adventure. Okay, trailmate number 2. Really excited to announce that Mr. Michael Collins will be joining me in the backcountry wilderness of Montana this July. I worked with Michael for a technology company back in Seattle around 1999-2000, so this will be a reunion for the ages. I haven't seen Michael in 21 years, and it sounds like Michael is very much looking forward to this trip. He feels that this trip is going to test him, push him to the limits, and really refine who he is and where he is going. So thank you, Michael Collins. There is no one I'd rather be journeying on this trip with. And brother, I am gonna make you shine. That's a little inside joke Mike and I had back in the day. I just gotta take a minute and say, I feel like I've been crossing paths with some truly incredible people lately. Ever since I made the decision to step out and create the Fish and Fly with Gus brand, launch this YouTube channel, and get this adventure started, I've been meeting one awesome friend after another. It's just like everything is converging in the right way. I feel like these people have the potential to be lifelong adventure partners. I am so excited by all the cool connections I've been making lately. And I feel like the lesson here is when you step out of your comfort zone a little bit, take a chance on yourself, and you do something that truly makes you become exceedingly alive, things just kind of work out. You meet the people you're meant to meet. You find those connections that you have to have. Things come together, and it's just awesome to see how the story unfolds. So wow, I cannot be more grateful. Okay guys, the next adventure update video will be coming out around July 1st. This is going to be a detailed pack list of all the things that are going in this awesome backpack. So stick with me and stay tuned for some more awesome content coming from Fish and Fly with Gus. And folks, please, as always, never forget, adventure on!